What's up, everybody? Noto the Nomad coming to you with another video. In this video, we're going to discuss the truth about working for Xanterra, my honest review. So I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I've recently worked for Xanterra over this past summer, and it was for the summer at the Yellowstone National Park. I had a really great time there, and it was a very good experience. As far as the whole location, as far as the, being in the actual park. I'm definitely going to make more videos about it, so I'm not going to really mention most of those here because I'm speaking more so of the company in this video. So I'm going to go and keep it honest to you. So what is Xanterra? Xanterra is basically is a staffing company. I guess you could say it's like a staffing company. It has contracts, it has temporary or seasonal jobs, and it puts you in very beautiful locations. So that's the very name of the company when you look at everything. So honestly, in my opinion, I don't really have a problem with the company, and this isn't me kissing up to them because I want to still stay working for them. I'm really saying a real honest review, and I don't really have a problem with the company and how they rule their things, simply because when you're working for a company, you're supposed to go in with the regular expectation of just working with a company. Now, as long as the regular things and the promises they've made are being met, I don't really see a problem with the company. The company, they put you in a beautiful place. They give you housing, they feed you, they might have a recent meal they might have different type of accommodations depending on the location, but to be honest, they're really fulfilling what they're saying they're going to do on the paper. Like whenever they have a listing, they put whatever's being provided, they put whatever's there. And now as far as you expecting something and you don't necessarily know what to expect when you get there, I understand that, but I wouldn't say just trying to expect anything extravagant. But at the same time, they're still providing it. And I'm pretty sure before you come here, a lot of people end up doing their research and going to see things. But a lot of the things a lot of people would say that I've seen when I've seen bad reviews about Xanterra doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the company in and of itself. You can't blame the company because you have bad management, or you having bad experiences with people and you're mad about human resources for not responding to you as quickly as if you want to. And I understand that, like, you don't go to McDonald's or you don't go to another temp agency and you say, okay, I work for this type of temp agency, and now I have a problem with the manager of the job site that they put me on, so I'm going to blame the entire company. That's like, why would you blame the entire company for one problem that you had with the manager? You know what I'm saying? So you can't really blame them for a person that they chose to fill the position. They're working for the company too. They don't represent the company. You know, even that we do represent, I'll put it like this, we are a representation of the company to a certain degree, but we don't represent the company to the point where every little thing we do is on the company. The company hires the people to cover the positions. That's the company's job. They put you in beautiful locations, beautiful places on this earth for you to work and give you housing and feed you. That's their job, and to have you say if they have their guidelines or have everything else. But looking at them from a mind state of a company, they're doing their job at the end of the day. Now, if you're one of those people that always have like a problem, or you always want to speak to the manager about something, you always have complaints, and you always have some type of thing going on with you have problems with employees or whatever the case may be, then Xanterra is not going to be the problem. The problem is going to be you wherever you go. That's a problem that's going to follow you everywhere. No matter what job you work at, if you're that type of person, that's going to follow you everywhere. You're going to have problems with the management everywhere you go, because if you're that type of person. So if you're that type of person that like to cause problems, always got something wrong, always complaining about something, then you're always going to have problems wherever you go. That's just honestly, that's not Xanterra's fault. So when I seen bad reviews about Xanterra, it was usually because of a selfish reason and they couldn't really get their way when I look at it from a holistic standpoint. And honestly, I just don't think it's their fault. The company doesn't deserve a rep because of people having personal problems. That's not on the company. The company's job is to put you in that location, give you the housing, and so you can work there. They're in charge of that aspect of it. You don't go to another temp agency having these extra high expectations. So like you're going to be treated like like you're like your royalty or something like that. You're still working for a company just because you're in a beautiful place. And I know you have the sense of escapism and you feel like you are detached from the rest of the world. In a lot of cases you are, and that feeling can override for you, but that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want to do and you just get away with it, or you see some people get away with some things, or you feel like, oh, it isn't fair to you, so you're going to blame the company because you don't get your way. That's a personal problem. That's a personal thing that happens in every company. Some people get away with certain things in certain companies, and some people don't get away. Some people get caught, some people don't. Some people get covered, some people don't. It happens in every company. So you can't just blame Xanterra just because you're there and you didn't have your way. Now you want to try to badmouth them because things didn't go the way you want them to go and when you wanted them to go. And just because you couldn't complain about this person and have them get rid of somebody because you don't like them or whatever, those are personal problems. That doesn't have anything to do with the company. So on and so forth. So honestly, I don't see a problem with the Xanterra as a company. They're doing their job. They're doing an awesome job. Honestly, to be honest with you, how many people would have been able to have this experience without Xanterra doing this? And not just speaking just only on other companies that might do this, but just keep it a buck. It ain't really too many. It's only like 2 big ones. But Xanterra is the main one. So you go on CoolWorks and you look at that, that's basically all Xanterra. So to be honest, they're doing their job. They're putting you in these beautiful locations. Like, what more could you really ask for? You're getting a beautiful location. You're getting housing, whether you got to share it or not, whether it doesn't look like the best or not. It just is what it is. You have that choice. At the end of the day, you have that choice. But it's still a wonderful experience. Just look at everything you're exposed to. Look where you are. Would you have been able to do that without them, without being able to work there, or without you playing an arm and a leg? They're putting you in right in the center of these beautiful locations that you wouldn't have done otherwise, or probably not been willing to do, and be able to stay for long extended periods of times because you're working there and you're staying there, you're living there. What other company really provides stuff like that other than one other big one? Just keep it a buck. Xanterra's done a lot for people. Xanterra's gave a lot of people chances, people like me chances to travel for little to no money, to experience something they never experienced in their life. So to be honest, I don't have nothing bad to say about Xanterra. They're doing their job. They're really doing their job. Now people might have like little small problems about things they might be doing in the job, or might have something with the policies, but at the end of the day, what job won't you have a problem with some type of policy here and there? It just happens everywhere. That doesn't say, oh, Xanterra is terrible, it's terrible, this, that. I think to be honest, I call it Xanterrific. It is, people want to call it Xanterra, but I call it Xanterrific because I wouldn't have been able to experience this without them. And I really appreciate Xanterra for hiring me and giving me that position. And this is not me kissing up. This is not me being unbiased. This is not me saying, oh, I want some cool points, or I want to be sponsored. I want them to shout me. I don't want none of that. I'm just saying my honest opinion. It's really a good company if you want to do things extravagant like this. So hopefully you took something from it. And it's what you make it at the end of the day. It's really what you make of it. If you don't go in there trying to expect Superman type of stuff, you don't go in there, you don't go into these regular temp agencies. Say for you go to a temp agency right down the street from your house and you're about to get hired to go somewhere or to another company's site or something. You're not expecting that much from them. Like the company of course, I'm not saying that it's a bad company just because you ain't expecting much. It's just that you don't go into it thinking that they're finna wait on you hand and foot and that they're finna do extravagant things for you. Their job was just to hire you, put you on the site, and you go from there. You're under the company's banner, but you still work for them. So don't go into it having these extra high expectations. Some people might have different situations, but usually it comes when they put themselves in a lot of situations, and you can't get mad because the company policy is zero tolerance for those type of situations. If you know that something's not allowed there, or certain things aren't tolerated by the company, then why do them? And you get caught and you get mad at them, you want to badmouth the company. It's not the company's fault, it's usually your fault. Or a lot of fault of other people that claim that they didn't do anything wrong, but they're really doing stuff and they just got caught. It just is what it is. But to be honest, I don't really see why they get a bad rep other than people just complaining about the thing that they actually signed up for. That's just the end of it. Like, you sign up for a football team and you go and try out for the football team and you play on the football team. You're going to get hit. You're going to have a lot of physical exercise. So you can't get mad because you thought you was going to go in there being a superstar, thought you was going to go in there and do and have your way, and you get hit really hard and you get hurt on the first day. That's not the football league's fault. That's your fault. You went in there. You knew what the risk was. You know what I mean? We know what the housing is. We know that it's shared housing. They tell you where it is. We have videos and all that stuff on there. Now, of course, they're going to dress it up to make it look as best. What company doesn't do that? Every place is going to do that. Even people that put listings of housing on all these sites where they're either renting a room or renting apartments, they always show the best of the apartments. So you can't say that, oh, it looks like this one here, but it looks terrible here. Oh, Xanterra. Like, come on now. Come on now. What company doesn't do that? What company doesn't show their best side? Even you do that. When you're taking a picture, what you want to show, your best side. Probably take 10 to 12, 15 pictures till you get that right picture right. So why wouldn't a company show their best side? There's nothing wrong with that. That's not deception. It's just that's just good marketing. So like the Xanterra junk, they need to stop it. It's really Xanterrific. It's putting people in positions that they probably wouldn't be able to do or participate in otherwise. So hopefully y'all got a good, that's my explanation of Xanterra as a company, and I have no problems with it. As you can see, that's my bias, that's my standpoint. Other people might have different experiences, but as a company in and of itself, it's not a bad company. In and of itself, it's not terrible unless you having unrealistic expectations, in my opinion. But anyway, it's Noto the Nomad here, coming to you with another video. I appreciate you guys for staying here to watch it with me. You could have been anywhere else watching any other video, but you chose to stick with me, so I appreciate that, man. I'm out. I'm all out of favors. Don't ask for nothing, had enough. They driving me crazy, and all I did was show them love. They turning to haters. As soon as I would tell them no, don't ask for nothing, had enough. And all I did was show them love. I did so much stuff for some people, they came up and now they never will admit it. They took all advantage of me.